Aging is not a slow fading of the light. It's the beginning of a softer, richer glow. In a world that often rushes past in a blur, the golden years invite us to slow down, savor the moments, and rediscover the quiet joys tucked into everyday life. Yet few talk about the gentle wisdom aging offers, the chance to choose peace over pressure, connection over chaos, meaning over mere survival. Today, I want to share with you 8 simple but powerful truths that can transform these years into the most fulfilling chapter of your beautiful journey. Have you ever felt exhausted before the day even truly begins? It's not the tasks that wear us down. It's the endless string of small decisions demanding our attention. What to wear, what to eat, where to start. This quiet thief, called decision fatigue, can steal our joy without us even noticing. But there's a secret to reclaiming your precious energy: simplicity. Not the cold, rigid kind that strips life of its color, but a graceful simplicity that frees your mind for what truly matters. Imagine opening your closet to a few cherished outfits that you love, clothes that feel good against your skin, that make you smile without a second thought. This is the beauty of a capsule wardrobe. Fewer choices, but better ones. And why stop there? Your meals, too, can become a source of comfort rather than chaos. Picture a week where Monday means hearty homemade soup, Tuesday brings your favorite roasted chicken, and Wednesday promises something green and nourishing. A simple meal plan eases the daily burden, letting you spend less time deciding and more time savoring. Grocery shopping becomes a breeze, and your kitchen hums with quiet certainty. Even the smallest habits, like placing your keys in a bowl by the door or resting your glasses on a tray by your bed, create tiny islands of peace in a busy world. These gentle rituals, though small, ripple outward, calming your mind and restoring your spirit. You are not here to waste your beautiful energy on the trivial. You are here to call an old friend just because, to wander through a garden and marvel at the colors, to sit quietly and feel the warm sun on your face. By choosing simplicity, you are choosing yourself. And in doing so, you make space for the laughter, the wonder, and the tender moments that truly make life worth living. Somewhere along the way, many of us were taught that if we can't remember everything, something must be wrong. But let me offer you a gentler truth. Your mind was never meant to carry the weight of 1,000 little details. Forgetting things is not a failure. It's part of being gloriously, wonderfully human. Instead of burdening your precious mind, gift yourself the simple, powerful habit of writing things down. Imagine slipping a small, beloved notebook into your bag, a quiet companion for your thoughts. In its pages, your grocery lists, doctor's appointments, a new book recommendation, or even a fleeting memory from childhood can find a safe home. No longer will you walk into a room and wonder why you came, or leave the store only to remember what you forgot. By writing things down, you're not just organizing your days, you're creating a gentle space where your mind can finally rest and breathe. And if you're more comfortable with technology, let it serve you with grace. A quick note in your phone, a reminder set for medication, a simple calendar alert for birthdays or outings. These tiny actions lift the mental fog and replace it with a beautiful clarity. But don't stop at tasks and errands. Let your notebook or your digital space become a garden of reflections. Jot down a moment of gratitude after a warm conversation. Capture the memory of a sunset that took your breath away, or scribble a line from a song that made you smile. These small seeds, planted day by day, will grow into a rich tapestry of a life deeply lived. Writing things down is not just a tool, it is an act of self-compassion. It says, I honor my thoughts, I treasure my memories, I give myself permission to be human. And in doing so, you give yourself a map back to the moments that matter most. Moments that one day will feel like treasures tucked gently between the pages of a well-loved storybook. In a world that hums and buzzes with endless noise, silence has become something rare, almost forgotten. Everywhere you turn, the television drones on in the background. Phones chirp with notifications, and conversations swirl through the air like a never-ending storm. But tucked beneath all that noise is a gift waiting for you: silence, pure healing, sacred silence. When was the last time you sat quietly, letting the world around you soften into stillness? At first, silence might feel strange, like an empty room you're not sure how to enter. But if you linger there a little longer, you'll find that silence isn't empty at all. It is full of wisdom, full of clarity, full of peace your heart has been quietly yearning for. In the hush of a quiet room, you can hear your own thoughts settle like leaves drifting to the ground. You can hear the whisper of your intuition, the beat of your own life calling you home. Make it a tender ritual. 10 minutes each morning or evening, with no television, no radio, no phone in hand. Perhaps you sit by a sunlit window or under the open sky in your garden, feeling the breeze brush against your skin. Perhaps you listen to the distant song of a bird or the steady rhythm of your own breath. These moments of silence aren't wasted. They are the soul's way of stitching itself back together after being pulled apart by the noise of the world. And it's not just about turning down the volume outside, it's about creating space inside. Without the constant barrage of sound, you'll find yourself more centered, more present, more attuned to the small beauties around you. The way sunlight dances on the floor, the fragrance of blooming jasmine, the warmth of a cup of tea in your hands. Silence is where you come back to yourself. It is where you remember who you are beyond the lists, the tasks, the expectations. It is where you meet your own spirit again, quietly waiting for you. And in choosing to make room for silence, you choose to make room for joy, wisdom, and the deep abiding peace that only grows more beautiful with age. As the years pass, many believe that meaningful connections must come only from long friendships or close family ties. But LHA, in its quiet wisdom, often offers connection in the most unexpected places, in a smile from a stranger, a kind word from someone you may never meet again. These brief encounters, these micro-connections, are tiny sparks of humanity, and they have the power to brighten even the grayest of days. Think back to the last time a cashier complimented your scarf, or a fellow walker at the park nodded good morning with a genuine smile. For a moment, the invisible walls between us fall away, and we are simply two souls recognizing each other's presence. These exchanges might last only a few seconds, but the warmth they leave can linger in your heart for hours, even days. It is tempting, especially as we grow older, to pull back into the familiar, to retreat into the comfort of solitude. And while solitude has its beauty, so too does the simple act of being open to the world around you. A gentle hello at the grocery store, a compliment on someone's cheerful garden, a shared laugh over a small mishap. These are the quiet threads that weave a sense of belonging into our everyday lives. And here's the truth: you never know whose life you might touch with a simple kindness. A smile exchanged at the post office might be the brightest moment of someone's lonely day. A short conversation while waiting in line might remind another soul that they are seen, that they matter. In giving these small gifts of connection, you also give them to yourself. So the next time you are out and about, lift your eyes, offer a smile, say a kind word. Let the simple grace of human connection find its way back into your days. For in the end, it is not only the great sweeping moments we remember, it is also the small tender ones that whisper, "You are not alone." There comes a time in life when we realize that saying yes to everything is not a badge of honor, but a slow surrender of our own well-being. For years, perhaps even decades, you may have said yes out of kindness, duty, or habit. You helped neighbors, attended every gathering, answered every call for help, even when your own spirit quietly pleaded for rest. But here's a truth both simple and profound. Your time and energy are precious, and you have earned the right to guard them fiercely. Saying no without guilt is not selfish. It is wise, courageous, and deeply loving to yourself. Think of your time as a beautiful garden. Every yes you give is like planting a seed. But if you plant too much, the garden becomes crowded, overgrown. and nothing thrives. When you say no to what drains you, you make space for the things that truly nourish your heart. Time with family, peaceful afternoons in the sun, the joyful pursuit of hobbies you never had time for before. And you don't owe anyone long explanations or apologies. A gentle, kind, "I'm sorry I can't commit to that right now," is enough. Those who love you will understand, and those who don't, well, perhaps their place in your life needs to be rethought too. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It's about protecting the beautiful, vibrant life you are still creating every single day. CEO said. When you learn to say no gracefully, you open the door to living more intentionally. Your days stop being filled with obligations and start being filled with purpose. You can spend an afternoon reading on the porch without a shadow of guilt. You can choose rest, laughter, creativity, and feel no need to apologize for it. Remember, every no to what drains you is a yes to what fills you, and the life you are nurturing now deserves every ounce of joy, peace, and freedom you can give it. You have spent a lifetime giving to others. Now is the time to honor your own beautiful soul. There's a quiet heaviness that can settle around us, one we hardly notice until we pause long enough to feel it. The weight of things we've kept just in case. The extra dishes stored for guests who never came. The outfits we might wear someday. The forgotten treasures tucked away in dusty corners of closets and garages. Over time, these objects begin to crowd not just our homes, but our hearts. They whisper stories of the past, but they can also drown out the beauty of the present. It's time to let go, not of memories or meaning, but of the physical things that no longer serve your journey. Imagine opening a closet and seeing only what you truly love. A few pieces that fit, that make you smile, that feel light on your shoulders. Picture drawers that close easily, rooms that breathe with space and sunlight. Decluttering isn't about loss, it's about liberation. Each item you release is a gift you give yourself, a little more room to breathe, a little more peace to carry in your heart. Start gently. Choose one drawer, one shelf. Hold each item in your hands and ask, does this still bring me joy? Does it still serve a purpose in my life today? If not, bless it and let it go. Trust that the memories you cherish aren't held in things. They live in your heart, where they will always remain safe. And with every box donated, every shelf cleared, you are making sacred space for what matters now. Quiet mornings with coffee and sunlight, afternoons spent reading in a favorite chair, the freedom to move easily through the life you are creating. Letting go of just in case means choosing today over yesterday. It means honoring the life you have right now, and it is beautiful beyond measure. There comes a tender moment in life when the roles that once defined us, mother, father, worker, caregiver, begin to shift or quietly fall away. And in their place, a question rises, what now? It's easy to feel adrift, to wonder if the best chapters have already been written. But hear this truth clearly. It is never too late to redefine your purpose. In fact, this season of life may be the most beautiful, wide-open invitation you will ever receive. Purpose isn't a title you earn or a goal you check off a list. It's a living, breathing part of your soul, one that grows and changes with you. Maybe it's found in a simple act, tending a small garden, mentoring a younger heart, painting with colors that make your spirit dance. Purpose can be quiet and tender. It can be as grand as teaching or as gentle as sharing your smile with a neighbor who needs it. What matters is not how big it looks from the outside, but how alive it makes you feel inside. Take a moment to ask yourself, what stirs joy in my heart? What makes me lose track of time? The answers may surprise you. Maybe you find it in volunteering at the local library, joining a watercolor class, walking dogs at a shelter, or writing the stories only you can tell. Every new morning brings a new chance to explore the parts of yourself still waiting to be discovered. And if you don't know where to start, begin small. Follow your curiosity. Try new things, laugh at the mistakes, celebrate the wins. Purpose isn't about productivity, it's about connection. To yourself, to others, to the shimmering beauty of being alive. You have not finished growing. You have not finished dreaming. There are still gardens to plant, friendships to spark, sunsets to marvel at. The best part, you get to choose. Purpose isn't something you lost along the way. It's something you are invited to rediscover, right here, right now, with all the wisdom and wonder your journey has given you. As we journey through life, it becomes clear that the things we once chased, the shiny objects, the crowded closets, the next purchase, begin to lose their shine. What remains, what truly endures, are not the possessions we gathered, but the experiences we lived, the laughter shared under the summer stars, the whispered stories by a crackling fire, the gentle moments that stitched love and meaning into the fabric of our days. These are the treasures that no time, no loss can ever take away. Now is the perfect time to invest not in more things, but in more memories. Book that trip you've always dreamed of, even if it's just a quiet weekend by the sea. Plan a picnic with your grandchildren, where the sandwiches are simple, but the laughter is rich. Treat yourself to that concert, that art class, that afternoon adventure you once put off for a more practical day. Let life unfold in real vivid moments, not objects that gather dust on a shelf. And don't be fooled into thinking that meaningful experiences must be grand or expensive. Some of the richest memories bloom from the simplest acts, watching the sunrise with a cup of coffee in hand, dancing barefoot in the kitchen, singing an old song you thought you had forgotten. It's not about where you go or what you spend. It's about how fully you are present in the moment. Every experience you gift yourself becomes a part of your soul's tapestry, vibrant and alive. Possessions age, break, and are forgotten. But the way you felt when you stood before a vast mountain range, the way your heart lifted hearing your favorite song live, the way your grandchild's laughter echoed through the trees, these stay with you forever. So let this be the season you choose to collect moments, not things. Let this be the chapter where your days are filled not with clutter, but with stories, adventures, and the sweet, lasting echoes of a life truly lived. Aging is not the closing of a door, but the opening of a new, sunlit path. These years are not about fading away. They are about deepening into the richest parts of life. Each choice to simplify, to connect, to live with intention, is a gift to yourself. Embrace this season with open arms and an open heart. The best chapters are not behind you, dear friend. They are waiting to be written, starting today.